Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here. Come at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Mark Watch for you guys today. And we have a lot of buyouts to go over. Punk got some support. Bonanza's going crazy as usual. There's some QCs bought out that you have no idea are on low listings and more. So what I'm going to ask is you guys hit that like button before we start this market watch. If we get 100 likes on this video, that would be great. Usually we get 70 to 75. So I kind of want to start trying to break that mold on a consistent basis. Subscribe if you've not already. We hit 5,200 subs, which is pretty awesome. I'm actually going to take these off. You guys are going to see my horrible hairdo. And you guys are going to have to deal with that for the rest of the video. Also, check out our sponsors. You're buying any cards off TCG. Please use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And check out Whatnot. Use my link in the description below. You get $15 on your next purchase. It's pretty awesome. So use that. It's great. And they have more than just Yu-Gi-Oh! There to buy. So with that being said, join our Discord and consider being a YouTube channel member. Thank you to all my YouTube channel members. I appreciate you guys a lot. And we're going to get right into this. So Foxy Tune QCs. We've talked about this at 30-40. And they are really on low listings here. Yeah, they're 70 here, but someone decides to get a set, they're really 80 to 85. Am I shocked about this? No. Monsters Revenge is just the set of bought out QCs. I mean, what they picked for QCs get bought out constantly. I have to admit, it's got one of the better selections. I can confidently say that since it's been about a year since this set came out, it really is. In fact, I will do a deep dive in that set for a while. But Punk's also got more support. They actually have a negate in-house now. That's also a draw, which is pretty crazy. And then we also have the CR here. I talked about these around 20. Well, now, yeah, they're 40, 45, really 68 to 83. So players are going to gravitate towards this if the QC is too much. Do I think they're going to buy it at 68 to 83? No, because we have the QC at 70 to 80 here. But can they buy it at, say, where's the CR here, 42, 45? It is possible. It definitely is possible that they buy it from 40 to 50. You've got Ultras here, and they're at very low listings. You got them at 3s, but they do go up to like $6, $8 here. $3 is definitely pretty good for this card, especially because the Ultras, believe it or not, were $30 at one point. People don't remember how much of a crazy set Grand Creators was. Like, it always had value at one point or another before it got mass reprint. The next page gets us up to 8 to 14 here. Can it hit this point? Absolutely, with its sales. I think that a lot of people also aren't aware of the new Punk support. By the time you guys see this video, these buyouts could also be worse. So keep that in mind. And then you got Ogre Dance CR. This was always lower on listings for a little while now. So I don't want to pretend like this card's been freshly bought out. No, but its sales have picked up in the last, day or so. These were bought out around 20. Now they're like 30, 40, 55. Kind of glad they didn't make this a QC, to be honest with you here. Amazing Punk Dragon. I have talked about this card not just because it is a Punk card, but because I think when it comes to Synchro CRs, this is like, or just underrated collectors in general. I absolutely love this. This was as cheap as $12, and I was like, look, I know that CRs are very finicky because we are in the year of reprints. Konami has this, displayed to us that they will reprint anything they want if they think it's going to help them sell a set hard. And we've seen a lot of CRs, even in the last few months, not even, get upgraded right away. But I always told people CRs are good at 12. Right now they're 15. They do go up to about 18 here. If you are interested in playing Punk or the new support, $15. Very, very fair for this card. I don't think you could drop too crazy. Mole Charmy Perilia. Now, a lot of people don't know that this is bought out. This is now $83, $90, going up to $97. I told people about this card at 50, that it was very good to get. Even if you, especially if you get them for 40 IRL, and now they are $80 to $90. So Keep that in mind. Infinite Forbidden also does not want to be opened and cracked open as much. The QCs, by the way, are 175. Let's call it 183 and 225. Remember when these were 130 and I told people to go grab them? I said, look, if you especially have a Fleurs QC, go grab these because the Fleurs QC at the time was about 400 and now they're like 382 here for the QCs, which are not that bad. If you ended up trading this in for a set of Fleures's, you gained money just by sitting on your ass because they're really 185 and they're one sale away from 225. So if you ended up doing that move or just getting these in general, you have close to made at least about 50-ish on each copy. But in reality, once this copy is gone, even more. So hopefully you guys listen to me on that. By the way, normal Fleures's, which we're gonna might as well throw it in since we went through the QC today, are 125. Much better than 150, but still money, right? Nadir Servant QCs here. This has been seeing some buys. You got I'm not gonna say you got 10 copies at 21 before they go up to 30 here. You've also got Intis with going up. Now these are 10 to 15. I think the reason why these are lower on listings are two reasons. Number one, we've got the ritual support, aka Necros, right? Necros are going to see more play, and this could see more because ritual decks could play this. You could play this and with like funny little herald interactions. You got Diviner as well. And then we also have the Dogmatika package seeing more play. A lot of people are picking up and considering it. I'm going to take a break to sip some Dr. Pepper. I feel like when you're thirsty, Dr. Pepper is one of those like top 5 sodas that just hits the spot. I don't know about if you guys feel that way, but that's how I personally feel. I feel like Intis was a very comfortable QC. I don't think it's like crazy. These have always been 10 to 15, but since they're lower on listings, if you don't have this card, I think that you should take this, put it on the top of the buying poll, and be like, hey, let's not waste time here. Let's go grab these, which I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. Gonna very quickly look at Diviner as well here for both those since I just brought it up. Quick thing, ultis are 16 here, which is still not bad. And then you have QCs at 60, 65. I still think Diviners are very cheap on both sides of the aisles. Ecclesia here, QC, these are about $8 to $9. These were 7. I do remember seeing them at mostly 7 for buys. And you can actually see here, they were 6, 7, right? Anywhere around there. Now they're $8, so you've had this small increase. I think this card is very cheap for what it is. I do think that it's relevant to pick up. It's just they also kind of, I hate to say it, but overprinted it. You have the ulti as well. In fact, I thought I pulled up the Starlight rare. You have ultis at $7.50 as well, $8, $9. So it's really just personal preference on what you really want here for your high rarity, because they're about the same. But if you had to pick one, I would say OTS 18 has product qualities, and QC is going to match everything else. There's no ulti Nadir Servant. There's no ulti of all these other cards. QC is going to match. Players are going to gravitate towards QC. I feel like that's going to be the play. Then you also have the Starlights here, and these are 160, 165. And I was honestly kind of hoping that this would kind of have a Ultimate Slayer effect where it drops a lot closer to the QC than a lot of people would like. But it ended up not doing that. Maybe we'll go over Ultimate Slayer near the end of this video, actually. Dogmatika Maximus, Rise of the Duelist. Now, OG secrets are like $12 here, 15 for your secrets. Not bad at all. This would be a really cool card to have as a random QC, even $18. Like, a lot of QCs that are very niche have gotten bought out, even in core sets. That is something I've noticed. So I feel like Maximus is definitely a QC that could do really, really well. Like in the next Battles of Legends, we have our QC list. Maximus as a pick would be lit. That is my personal opinion. But yeah, if you want this card, 12 to 18. Go grab the copies at 12 before this hits 18. Better than $30, I'll tell you that. Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. We went over this card when it was 50. It got bought out. We went over this card when it was low on listings. I said, yo, hurry up and get this at 55, 60. Well, 90 bucks. You got to place it here. All of these have been going up. As you've seen, we've gone over these in our market watches quite a bit. In fact, let me just show you again. These are $47 for your QC shields. That is very disgusting. We'll go over P.U.N.K as well very quickly here. Again, 45 still on these. Exactly where we left off last time. Glad I have the deck all QC. Dark Magician Girl QCs are 52, 55. It's crazy how these are actually one of the more expensive QCs for Bonanza. I will also say while I'm here, I think I saw boxes. Yeah, boxes are kind of, they were 95 to 96 on Saturday, and I was unfortunately faced with a price I did not like for these. So I ended up not getting a case. 93 bucks now for these, but they might compete, go a little lower here. People say support your local OTS, but I'll tell you this, if the price is better on TCG by a wide margin, go ahead, grab it. Personally, I am not upset I skipped out on this set. It has value, though. It does. Thrust QCs are only $50. I'm going to level with y'all. People are spending 40 to 55, and I'm talking about like the last 3.5, 4 months, right? I'm not talking years ago. So don't get it twisted. We're paying this price for ultra rares. You guys know what I'm about to tell you, right? So the people are paying this for ultra rares. It's like Say the Line, Bart, right? You guys have even heard it in your head and are like, okay, go to the next card. We get it. If people will pay 40s to 50s for ultras, they'll pay that for QCs, if not more. Get these at $50. These are very, very good to grab. I think they're a solid pickup at this price, especially because they're harder to pull than like talents, right, in Rarity 1, because the set's a lot bigger. Black Luster Soldier are 45, 48 here for yours. Actually, I want to actually go over one other card here, because where is this here? Dark. Because I actually did pick up a D-Mock. These are like $16, $18. This is the only QC from the set I have actually picked up. It was right in front of me. The guy wanted something that I really wanted to get rid of, especially, and I was like, you know what? Let me get a QC D-Mock, because D-Mock's one of my favorite cards. In fact, shout out to my boy. I don't have it right here next to me anymore, but I actually have a PSA 6 first ed of this card that I was lucky enough to actually get from a subscriber, which, by the way, if you're watching this, my boy, thank you, I appreciate you. And yeah, I just love this card. Upstart Goblin QCs are $55, $60 here. The plats are actually something I am very interested in. Yeah, this card just sadly did not have the secrets either, so the commons and supers aren't really affected. It does bother me. Plats are like $5 here. If they go lower in price, $2 to $3, $4 for plats are definitely the play, because this is a card that, the problem with Bonanza, I think that a lot of people don't want to admit or understand, is that some of these cards in the Nostalgia set should have been added to the main pool, so that we have a little more cards in the main pool. Some that maybe fill in both gaps, because the fact that we don't have Secret Upstart kind of irks me. Totally Awesome, spot at 35 for the QCs. These were a lot lower, though. I see 17 here. People were buying these around, well, yeah, 30s. Am I shocked at this price? No, 14. Someone actually asked me, hey, should I go on these at 14? Swaps at 7. I said, Totally Awesome at 14 is good to go over. Swaps, I was kind of like, yeah, you know, whatever, right? You want to, not creature swap. Those are $8, $9. You know, swap was like whatever at 7. They could go up, but like, yeah, they're like $10 now. Cool. if you got them and you're watching this video from the last market watch, yo, good job. You made a good call. Allure of Darkness QCs are 40 going up to 70. Yeah, you could suck my dick from the back. I want it cheaper. That's how I see Upstart. Or not Upstart, Allure. Absolute Zero at 22, 23. I believe this card was not part of the main set. Let me just double check to see if they did good with this. They did not do good with this. So yeah, all these other versions worth money, expect them to hold. But Plats at 3 aren't bad. They are not bad. I could see this card realistically going up here. Light Swarm Dragon Link. Someone asked me, hey, Saki, do you see these going down? And a little more about Legacy Destruction. Right now, these are $8, which, if you guys have been keeping an eye out on this card, it was always like 15, 20, 13. And now they're a lot cheaper at $8. And while I thought this card was very good, and I still think it is, it just doesn't keep up with the demand of, you know, this product, especially because, you know, Light Swarm ain't doing too much. The Legacy of Destruction is very cheap for booster boxes now. So if you guys are looking to, like, say, open up a set that you don't want to spend too much money on, but you still want to get some of your value back, I mean, the QCs here aren't nothing to fully scoff at, but you've got a lot of middle of the road picks. I mean, Varuduras is only $50. That's a card that I really thought was gonna hold 100, and I was wrong. I you know, believe it or not, Saki from Team Sakura, he's wrong. Doesn't happen often, but you've got Apprentices here at 25. You've got, let's see where Nightmare Throne is, because, man, what a fall from grace. Yeah. $12. Wow. Did y'all know that this was $40 at one point? Because without this graph, you probably would have never thought. I think this set is unfortunately where it should be. Which kind of sucks. I still like the QCs a bit in this set. Like, I still think Diabell's at like 40, 47.50 is pretty good. I actually own a copy of this because it just, around 50, and if someone want to get rid of it, and I got a price that I couldn't say no to. Let's just say that. But the QC Dragon Link is right now 57, 58, 60 here. So if you want these and you've been kind of waiting for the drop on high rarity or this card in general, yeah, it's not bad to get. Expect a reprint as a prismatic secret in the tins. But just remember, we might get a reprint like 3 damn weeks later after the tins. Boy oh boy, Konami, did you screw players over with that? Akuno from High School DxD, but this time with the Hero Anniversary. $23 or not, well, not Hero Anniversary, but the Season 4. And I gotta say, as much as I love waifus, man, the artwork change because they gave it to Studio Passion for Season 4 was not it. But yeah. They have these on the market now, and it's something someone brought to my attention. Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Now, Secret Rares are $40 here for Deceptions, which is okay, cool. This card has stuck around 40 for like the last, I want to say, week. Very stable price for these. But then I look at the QC here, 85, 90. A lot of Rage of Abyss stuff that's niche is around this price. I actually think QC Deceptions are quite good here. And I mean, like, a lot of QCs here have actually been getting eat up. We went over Azamina last, but we did not go over Flare. Actually, no, we did, because I told people get it at 30. And right now, 47, 60. Yeah, these were about 37, 40. Yeah. Going up to 65. So this card is now going up. People are buying Meteor Dragon with it too. These are $1.50. I'm going to say this right now about Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. All right. We're getting the Blue Eye support. Cool. Now that we're getting the Blue Eye support, I don't care about toll-free calls. Now that we're getting this, man, I love when my phone rings in the middle of a market watch. We got the Blue Eye support. Next, we're going to get the Dark Magician support. We might even get a structure deck with it. What do you think follows right after? This is a card to keep an eye on. If you could get these as throw-ins, trades, for the secret, I mean, you could get screwed by a possible QC, but unless it's printed in mass, you're gonna be fine. I want to go over a regular Dragoon actually, which QC's at like, what is that, 13 to 15? Not that bad. Normal Starlights are like 94, with the QC being about, okay, did I just bring up? Oh wow, what a blunder here. Let's look up Dragoon again. Dragoon is for QCs $20. So if you don't have your QC Dragoon, a very good card to get. I think this will go up because of collectors as well. Very, very safe card to buy. Unless it somehow gets held on the ban list. I will admit though that Dragoon is a better card than a lot of people want to hope for, because it is a monster that really demands you have the out or not. That's kind of what I've realized. And it is still a Omni Negate. So if they know what you're playing and they're smart enough, they stop one specific play, they buy themselves a turn, it goes up. A lot of people that I've noticed are like, wow, bro, I can't believe I lost to Dragoon. Well, yeah, it's a pretty damn good card, ain't it? I mean, this is no small peanuts. It's not just some any type of negate either. So it's just something to kind of keep in mind here. I'm also very happy that Red Eyes Insight is a card that finally got hollow picks. Now you've got the secrets, by the way, at supers at 15 cents. You've got the secret rares, beautiful looking card at like 30 cents, going up to about $1 actually. I feel like Bonanza has a lot of dollar secrets here, but it's just a card that these were the only two prints of it for a while. And even with all these printings, a lot of them are at $3, still at low listings because the demand was just so high. Get the platinum for $2 if you want, but honestly, QC's at $4. What a steal. People are paying 12 for commons. What a steal for that. Like Mermail Shadow Squad, 70 to 80, $100 here. Getting bought out. You got Abyss Rin here also at 67, 70. I want to see what the secret rares are, because the next second wave of Mermail support, people are very hyped for. Like 350. I thought they were like 5. They were 5 recently. Yeah, $4. And then Engraver, a Fall from Grace here. $50. At least they're not dropping much further. Then you've got QCs at 155. So they are going up from the 120, which I said these were way too damn low. People are probably getting the QC because you really only need 1 to 2. But some people, they still want to set all that. I have to admit, I have never seen a engine fall in price this quickly than Fiendsmith. A lot of people don't want to admit that, but man, Fiendsmith's price. Fiendsmith is a affordable engine. I'm gonna be honest, it is budget. People are gonna be like, "Yo, Saki, what are you talking about?" Look, if you only need one engraver at $50, and just like let me cook here for a second, please. And if you agree with this, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, leave a like if you haven't and subscribe. And if you enjoy my content, consider being a YouTube channel member. It's the best way to support the channel. And I do have smaller tiers. You get emotes, all that. And I appreciate it. But instead of paying when these are like 100 to 20, say 360 for a set, and then you have all the other little ones, like you have Lurries at like, anywhere from $7 to $20. You have Tracks at like 10 here. Now you have Attract at $5. You have Engraver at $48.50. You have Lacrima at about $5, right? And like Requiem is $1 to $2 card. Lurries are nothing. They're bulk now because they were put in the main set. Like the engine is $60. I mean, if you want to run 2 Engraver just in case you brick, yeah, I guess you are looking at 120, but that's way cheaper than the 400 plus you were looking at before. And remember, that's if you want 2 Engraver. you just want the package and you're like, you know what, I'll play the Garnet, kind of like, you know, Gem Knight Garnet with Brilliant Fusion, right? You're really looking at $60 here. And if you want to play competitively, competitive engine like this at $60, I mean, that's nothing. That's really nothing to what it was before. And a lot of people are going to disagree, like $60 is not budget. For an entire engine, that's that is in the meta, right? A currently meta threat, $60 for your engine is quite cheap, especially compared to what we had previously for it. That is what I'm gonna say here. For Fiendsmith. With that being said, let me know what cards I'm going over in the comment section below on the next market watch. I love when you guys do that. Hopefully you guys like the Monday market watches that are a little bit longer. I'm usually going to make the other ones like 15, 20, but on Mondays, I do want to make them a little longer just because, I don't know, I had a lot to talk about today. Hopefully you guys love this market watch. Check out our last market watch if you haven't. The end card is going to be here. There's a giveaway going on right now, and there's not too many entries, so go check that video out to join the giveaway, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.